Good evening and welcome to Feet Forward, hosted by the Illinois Podiatric Medical Association. The October show, which is this one, is going to focus on diabetes. As most of you know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but we're going to do a sort of a pre-show here on National Diabetes Awareness Month because our next show is going to come right after our call-in event. So, and it's going to be too far into the month, so we thought we'd get people started. It's almost the end of October anyway. I got my costume all picked out. I know you do too, so we're all set to go there. One of the things that we're going to talk about is the American Podiatric Medical Association's national public awareness program about the link between family history and diabetes. And diabetes in podiatry is a big issue, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But I want to introduce our guest, Dr. Megan Leahy, who's from the Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. I'm having a hard time saying that. You're a podiatrist here in Chicago, and you also have some privileges at some Northwest and North Side hospitals.
Correct.
So you have a very diverse patient group, lots of elderly Medicare eligibles, Hispanics, African Americans, and runners too, and athletes too.
Yes.
So you've got pretty much soup to nuts, everybody that has a lot of problems with a lot of foot problems. But I wanted to start off, I wanted to show you our viewers, some of these ads, because I think they're kind of cool. And they talk, each of the following three ads is going to talk about a statistic that we'll talk about during the show. So I want to kind of go over these real quickly. So bear with me, we're going to go through these and see if we can do that. All right. This one, I don't know if you can see this out there, but the statistic here is foot ulcers are responsible for 85% of diabetes-related lower leg amputations. And we have a world record now, our first call in 1 minute and 54 seconds. So let's bring on the caller. Go ahead, you're on Feet Forward.
Hello, I'm Jamario Robinson. And I have a foot problem where I was shot some years ago. Okay, I had a toe amputated and I have foot drop. I'm not diabetic, but I was just wondering what can I do to cause me to have comfort at the ball of my foot, because I'm having a lot of pain and discomfort at the ball of my foot. It also becomes hard for me to walk. I was wondering what can I do for that?
Do you wear a brace for your foot drop?
No, I do not wear a brace. I had one, but I found it so uncomfortable that I couldn't wear it.
Hey, Jamal, could you turn the volume down on your TV? We're getting a little reverb here. Thank you.
And I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
You didn't tolerate the brace for the foot drop?
You know what? No, I didn't, ma'am. It actually was making an indentation in the upper part of my calf because it was so uncomfortable that the plastic part of it was like going in, cutting into my leg. So each time I would take it off, I would have like an indentation in my leg. So I was wondering, what can I do to gain some comfort at the ball of my foot?
Well, the brace would help a certain extent, and maybe even a custom foot orthotic, which is an arch support for your foot, can offload that area. You might need to try a new brace or have that brace adjusted, though. I'm just concerned with the foot drop is probably contributing towards the pain that you're getting in the ball of the foot.
Right, because I'm actually walking on the toe. My foot is not at a 90-degree angle.
Exactly. So I think maybe the best place to start would be to see your doctor and potentially have that brace adjusted.
Okay. You're probably familiar with Daryl Lockwood, right?
Yes.
He's a foot doctor with Mount Sinai. That's who did the surgery. He actually amputated the toe. And right at the incision where the second toe was taken, that's where I'm having the pain.
Okay. Well, it probably would be a good idea then to see your doctor again.
Okay, well, thanks for that call. We really appreciate it, Jamal. Good luck with that. We wanted to get back to, I was showing the audience some of the visuals from the national campaign, and I was reading the statistic. Again, the campaign is raising the awareness of family history and diabetes, and some of this artwork and visuals, we'll talk about that. And again, we have another caller here, so we're going to get back to that right away. Hold on, you're on Feet Forward. Go ahead.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. Sorry to interrupt you.
That's all right.
I just wanted to ask a little bit about, as you get older, you feel more pressure in different parts of your feet, like maybe your Achilles area, or even like that gentleman was saying, toward the bottom of the ball of your foot. what are some things that you should try to pay attention to as you get into your 30s, 40s, and 50s?
I would say that's a great time to, if you haven't already incorporated a stretching program, to do so. One tendon in the foot, the Achilles tendon that you already mentioned, contributes towards a lot of the problems that people develop in their feet as they get older. I would say even very flexible people are prone to having a tight Achilles tendon. It's the nature of our society. We walk around in shoes all day and hard surfaces. The tight Achilles tendon can contribute towards tendonitis, but it can also contribute towards heel pain, pain in the ball of the foot. So a good Achilles tendon stretch 3 times a day, actually holding it for about 90 seconds on both sides, is a good preventative measure. And also just being very cognizant of the type of shoe gear that you wear, especially if you're engaging in any sort of exercise program, things like that. The shoes should be comfortable as soon as you don them. That can ward off some of the foot problems as well.
Is that a stretch where you're pushing up against the wall and your feet are flat?
Exactly. That's the one. Okay. That's the safest way to stretch the Achilles tendon. And you actually do a slow stretch, hold it for 90 seconds, no bouncing, 3 times a day. That can increase the flexibility and then ward off some of the foot problems that you start to encounter as you get later in life.
Okay. Well, thank you for your call. I think we have another call, actually.
Hello?
Hello, you're on Feet Forward.
Hello, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Fine. My mom had diabetes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The problem started with muscles in the part of my leg, and it was I could walk it off when it first started, but then it went down to my heel, and after that it went to from the side of my foot, and I had a diabetic test, and he said my sugar was like 100. He said so it wasn't really high.
Okay.
But what it is now is that it burns or something. My toes seem to burn sometimes. And I'm taking circulation medication. She said I had poor circulation.
Okay.
But the thing is, I used to could walk around the block a couple of times with my animal, but now I can only walk like a half a block, and I get this challah horse in my leg again, and I eat bananas and different things like that, but it still come back. Is it the age, or the doctor said as long as I was working, nothing bothered me. So I retired a couple of years ago, and then this began to happen. I hang up and listen to your answer.
Okay.
Thanks for your call, ma'am.
Thank you. That does sound like a circulation problem. You're on the right track with starting a medication, and certainly screening tests that are actually non-invasive for circulation are important to have every year once you start to develop those symptoms. It might be time, though, to see a specialist, either a vascular surgeon or an interventional cardiologist, to see if there's anything they can do to open up those arteries and improve the circulation so that you're able to walk further. Now, the fact that you're walking is great to begin with anyway. The exercise to improve circulation has been documented as a great way to, the further you go, you can start to push beyond that cramping level, and then hopefully that'll improve the flow to your feet.
I think the caller said that one of the problems happened when she retired. She stopped working
Right.
and was probably not as active. So
Exactly.
Too. Any other callers? That's it? Oh my God. We have 3 callers in 8 minutes. That's a Feet Forward record, I believe.
Great.
Because of you, actually. So where was I? Oh yeah. We were talking about some of the artwork from the National Public Awareness Program from the American Podiatric Medical Association. I'm going to blow through these real quick because we obviously have a lot of callers today, but the program is designed to raise awareness of the link between family history and diabetes, and podiatrists deal with this all the time.